Hard work and determination of our area athletes. This is The Score on WQAD News 8.
Good evening and welcome to The Score Sunday. We've made it to December. It's only 3 weeks until Christmas, but we'll have a present for you tonight as we have plenty going on over the next half hour. Coming up, we'll talk with the St. Ambrose women's volleyball team, SAU making it to pool play of the NAIA National Tournament. We'll find out what made them so successful this season. We'll recap Iowa's loss in the Big Ten Championship game and where they'll be going bowling this year. Our FCA Story of the Week takes us to the hockey rink as a Quad City Storm player is making the most of his opportunity right here in the Quad Cities. And we'll look back at a major milestone for a local girls basketball coach. What he hit and what it means to him. We start tonight with the St. Ambrose women's volleyball team. The Fighting Bees had their run to the national tournament earlier this week. It came to an end, but they have plenty to celebrate. We have Meredith Sievers, Mackenzie Grafton, and Meredith Umlin with us. Ladies, thanks for joining us and coming on. And I'll start with you, Meredith, and just kind of take me through this year, because when you start the season, obviously every team has high expectations. You want to win a national tournament. You want to win. You have all these goals. What was the goal set for you ladies as you started the year?
I think at the beginning of this year, our main goal was to win conference, because last year we made it to the conference championship and unfortunately came in second. And I think that was really disappointing to a lot of our players. And so that was our main goal, I think, was to make it to the conference tournament. And we ended up winning, so that was it.
Mackenzie, as you started to go through the season, obviously you look at the record, and the record's not where you want it to be, but you look at the end product and you're like, yeah, it's a good year overall. So what was the year like as you went through? What were those bumps in the road that you kind of
Yeah, definitely. So beginning of the year, we were a little disheartened with how we were performing. We were losing some key components, but by the end of the season, everything started clicking. We have everyone rostered, and we just played our best volleyball at the end of the year.
So Meredith, what was the biggest difference as you went through the season to kind of overcome some of those early season losses?
I think the main difference was just perseverance. We had a lot of young athletes, but everyone was willing to kind of show up on the court and give it their all. We definitely had a lot of ups and downs, but I think that just what made us more tougher mentally, because we knew how to fight through it, and it was good to overcome those throughout the year.
As you got closer to the end of the season, regular season anyway, did you feel like the volleyball you were playing was the volleyball you hoped you were playing at the beginning of the year, and you felt like, gosh, we're pretty good despite what our record says?
Yeah, definitely.
So what changed throughout the year? She mentioned some key components back. Did it take time for everybody to kind of gel before you got to that point?
Yeah, I think so. Definitely towards the beginning, like Meredith was saying, we were missing some key players, and then towards the end when everyone was back together, I think we finally learned how to work together and what each other's strengths and weaknesses were, so we kind of pick each other up on the court where we needed to be.
Mackenzie, as you made it to that conference tournament, you mentioned you guys wanted to win it because you didn't win it the year before. How important was that to check off that first goal for you ladies?
Yeah, it was very important for us, especially because we'd lost to Judson previously in the year. So we wanted to prove everyone wrong that we could beat them on their home court.
So when you get that win, that gives you the opportunity to potentially play in the national tournament. You have a watch party, and you're kind of waiting to see. What was that moment like as you're waiting, when are we going to pop up? Who are we going to play?
That moment was definitely really exciting for us. We were kind of all just placing bets of where we go. There's some that were really far away and some really close. But I think in all, we were just kind of happy to be in the moment, and we knew we were getting a better seed. So we got lucky with a close pick versus Oregon, where we'd have to travel a long time. But I think it was just more exciting just to knew where we were at standing-wise and play.
But isn't that one of the fun things about being a college athlete? Going to these places and just experiencing new things? Where's a place that you went to over your 4 years being a senior that you're like, wow, that was a really cool experience?
Oh gosh, last year when we went to North Dakota.
Okay.
I had never been there before, and that was quite a trip for us.
Trip because you won, bad volleyball, good volleyball, what happened?
Well, we played a really good team.
Okay.
It was a fun experience. We probably didn't play our best when we were there, but it was fun to be there as a team. So.
Yeah.
Are you glad, and you're a senior too, Mackenzie, the experiences and the things you've been able to do over the 4 years that St. Ambrose has provided for you?
Yeah, we also went to Puerto Rico over the summer, and I think that was a very good team bonding moment for all of us, and also really fun just to experience everything.
And you didn't have to pay for it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So you're one of the juniors that are going to come back, and we'll talk about the national tournament here in just a minute. What do you hope about this team or expect this team to bring into next year?
I think we have, like I said before, a lot of young potential. I just hope everyone, well, I know everyone will come in just ready to play, perseverance, but I think we've got a lot of good young potential, and I'm so excited to see what everyone can develop and build up to.
When you opened the national tournament on the road, I believe it was St. Mary's, right? In Nebraska, and you get that win. Did you guys expect that? Did you guys think, hey, this is a good draw for us, we have a chance?
Yeah, definitely compared to last year, I think that watching St. Mary's play like their previous games, we thought, oh my gosh, we can definitely go head to head with them. It was going to be a battle, no matter who it is.
When you advance to pool play, at that point you got a shot. I mean, you look at your pool, and you guys had the toughest pool, obviously. You were the lowest ranked team that was in the NAIA tournament at that point, and you go up against the #1 team in the country. Did you learn a lot about yourselves despite that loss?
Yeah, I think we learned, like, you know, we can play. We are meant to be here. We can play against these teams. We can hold our own. I know we didn't get the results that we necessarily wanted, but I think we played really well, and we just showed, like, we can be here next year, like previous years to come.
As you got ready for day 2 and that second game, where was the confidence level at for you ladies, knowing that this was a big game, you had to win it, basically?
Yeah, I think we kind of got the nerves of being in a new environment off, and so it was a lot more exciting. We also knew that it was going to be a way closer game, so it was a lot more fun to go into that game, and I think we had a lot higher confidence because we knew that we could be here and we could play like our ball and come out with maybe a win.
Despite the outcome, despite what happened at Nationals, the record, everything, it's a successful season. Are you happy with the way it ended, especially being a senior?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a good way to go out.
What are you going to take out of this year?
Yeah, I think, I mean, everyone's going to be your lifelong friend on this team. So I think that's the biggest thing that came out of this year, and yeah.
What will you miss most, or what have you missed most about not being at practice or playing or whatever so far?
Yeah.
Because Wednesday was the last game, so you haven't had practice in 5 days now.
Yeah.
So what have you missed the most?
Oh God, I don't really know. I feel like just being with the team, like when you're not at practice, you're not with them. Like they're your best friends, and if you don't see them all the time, you just miss being with them and getting to play the sport that you love the most with the people you love the most.
I want you all to answer this. What's the hardest part of being a college athlete?
I think balancing school and athletics. I mean, you have to really want to do both, definitely, because it takes a lot of time.
Yeah, like time management, kind of balancing, like she said, balancing, you know, the athletics and also the academic part, because that's the most important. But yeah.
I think it's a big mental challenge. You need to go in and know that you can do both, but you also have to know your limits on both.
And I think what most people don't realize is just because season's over, now for you guys, it's done. But for you, off season is just as big as in season. You may not be practicing every day, but there's always workouts, there's always something to do. So a lot of commitment, like you guys were saying. So congratulations on the season.
Thank you.
A great year, good job at Nationals. Good luck next year. Get it done next year and make these girls proud. All right, thank you, ladies.